Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see what is meant by database. In our last video we have seen about the definition of DBMS and the meaning of DBMS and why we go for a DBMS, that is called purpose of DBMS. So in this video we will be knowing about what is database. Already I told you that database is a collection of data. So already we know that database is a collection of data. So already we have seen that what is meant by database. Database is a collection of data. It would be stored under the common place. Now you may ask a question, how this will be done? I mean, how the data will be stored under the common place. Because see, just consider this diagram. This is a single block. Okay. In this single block, data will be stored. Okay. This block is imagine this block is a DBMS software. We know that DBMS is a software which is used to manage the database. So this entire block is called as a DBMS software. Under this DBMS software, all the data will be stored. This is the data. Okay. So this is the data will be stored under the common place, that is a DBMS software. This data will be accessed by the end user. Who are the end user? End user or programmers. Okay. End user or programmers. Who are the end user and who are the programmers? We, the person who is going to access the data from the database. They are called end user or programmers. Okay. End user or programmers will access the data with the help of application program as well as the DBMS software. Okay. What is meant by application program? Application program examples are C, C++, Java, like this. So these are the examples of application program. Okay. So DBMS, under the DBMS software, data will be stored and end users will access the data with the help of application program as well as the software. Don't get confused. DBMS software, we know that DBMS software is used to manage the database. And what are all the examples for DBMS software? MySQL, SQL, Oracle. So these are the example of DBMS software. With the example of this MySQL, SQL, Oracle and the application programs in the sense it is a C, C++, Java. With the combination of these two, the end user or programmers can access the data which are stored under the DBMS software. Now is it clear? Don't get confused. This is the same thing I'm going to explain with the help of a block diagram. Let's see that, then you may get clear knowledge on this. So end users are there. With this end users, they need to access the database for data. Okay. So this DB applications, they need to perform some process, right? For that they need a data that will be accessed by the DBMS. Okay. So the end user, they need a database application. So they have to use the DBMS software. So end user will access the DBMS software and this database will be stored under the database applications, in the sense it is a C, C++, Java, everything, right? So end user, they need a data will be stored in the storage. Storage is a database, that is called a database, right? Storage area. So the data will be stored in database. This stored data will be accessed by the database management system, this will be linked with the database application that is called C, C++, Java. So with the combination of these two, the end user can access the data. So end user will be using the database management system software as well as the database applications. Okay. By using these two, the end user can access the data which are stored under the database. Understood? Now we are going to see about the relational data model. Relational data model in the sense, what does mean by relation? A relation is a table. In database, we are going to deal with the table. So the table is made up of columns and rows, right? In table, definitely there will be a column, number of columns and number of rows. So this relational data model, here the relation word denotes the table. Okay, here in DBMS, relation denotes the table. So table, we know that it is a combination of rows and columns. So in another word, if you want to say that, it is based on the mathematical concept of relation, which means a table which is represented physically as table. It is a mathematical concept of relation which will be represented physically as table. For our knowledge, it is giving us a table. Okay. So this relational data model also used for data storage as well as the processing of data. So when we are dealing with the relational data model, we have to know about the basic terms, the very basic terms which are used in DBMS that we are going to see now. So as I said, relational data model, relation, it denotes a table. Here is a table, the table name is called employee. So this is an employee table, and through this table we can get to know about the details of employee. Okay, details of employee in the sense like employee name, number, employee name, address as well as the date of birth. So this employee table name is there, no? The table name is called as a relation name. So what is the relation name of this table? Employee. Whatever name of the table is called as a relation name. Okay, table name is called as a relation name. And this employee number, employee name, address, date of birth, these are the relation of this table. Okay, these are the relation of the table. And this column header is there, no? Column header. What is a column header? What are all the column header we have in this table? There is employee number, employee name, address and date of birth. This column header is called as a attribute or field. Okay, column header is called as a attribute or field. Any name you can use. And the rows, here 3 rows are there, no? This is the first row, this is the second row, and this is the third one. So 3 rows are there, right? These rows are called as a tuples. Okay, these rows are called tuples, and the columns are called as a attribute or field. And the value, each and every value. For example, in this row, there will be a value of employee number, right? I have not written, but by denoting this hyphen, you can imagine that as a values of a database. Okay, you just imagine there will be a values, right? So this values, this individual values of a table is called as a domains. Okay, so the table name is called as a relation name, and the column headers are called as attributes or fields, and rows are called as each row, that entire row is called as a tuples, and individual value of a table is called as a domain. So these are the basic terms that should be knowing before we go into the relational data model. Okay, so now I have given some informal terms and the formal terms. Informal terms in the sense whatever words we are using in our day-to-day life. When we are talking, we may use some words that, and the corresponding meaning of that terms, okay, of that words, whatever we have used in our daily use. That is the informal terms, and the formal terms in the sense whatever words, whatever keywords we are using in database management system. So here in a normally we will say table, that will be the meaning of relation in database, okay, and the column header and fields are called as attributes. All possible column values, that each different individual values are called as a domain, and rows will be called as a tuples. Table definition, there will be definition for a table, no, that table definition will be called as a schema of a relation, okay. Table definition is called as a schema of a relation. Now we are going to see about how to find the degree of relation. So what is meant by the degree of relation? Degree of relation in the sense number of attributes in a relation is called degree. For example, consider this as your table, okay. Consider this as your table, and there are 5 columns, that is called attributes or field, okay, and 3 rows are there, okay. This is the column header, 4 rows. Let us consider 4 rows, okay. So this is a header. This will be the header of the attributes, that is a attributes, right? Column header, that is called attributes or a field, and 1 2 3 4 tuples are there. So if it is a degree of a relation, means degree of relation is based on number of attributes in a relation. What is meant by relation? It is a table, okay. So number of attributes in a relation is called as a degree. So how many attributes are here? Attributes means it is a column header, right? So 1 2 3 4 5. So the degree of a relation is 5, okay. So degree of relation means it is a number of attributes in a relation. Relation in the sense it is a table. So here the degree of relation is 5. And the next one, how to find the cardinality of a relation. How to find the cardinality of relation? Cardinality in the sense number of tuples in a relation is called as a cardinality. How many number of tuples we have in this table? 1 2 3 4. That entire row, not a single value. Entire row is called as a tuples. So 1 2 3 4. This is a column header, don't include this. So 1 2 3 4. So there will be 4 is the cardinality of a relation, okay. So cardinality of a relation means number of tuples. Degree of relation means number of attributes. Attributes in the sense it is a column header. Tuples means it is a rows, okay. So now we will be we are going to see about the properties of a relation. So the first property is the relation has name that is distinct from all the names in the relationship schema. The relation will be having a name, right? So that name will be the distinct. What does mean by distinct? It's a unique, okay, different. All the names will be different, okay. Distinct means it is a unique name. Whatever relation will be stored in the database, each relation will be having a name. Without name, it is not easy to access that data, right? So definitely each and every relation will be having a name. With that name only we can identify that relation. So that name will be very unique. It will not be same for 2 relations, okay. So each relation will be having a distinct name, which means a different name. Distinct means different, okay. The name will be unique. And the second property is each cell of the relation contains exactly one value. Yes, definitely. Each cell of the relation in the sense, for example, consider this as your table, okay. Consider this as your table, and this will be the column header, okay. So this value, each cell in the sense it is a domain. So each cell will be having a name, no. sorry, each cell will be having a value, right? That value will be exactly 1. It will not be having more than one value. For example, we have seen about that employee table now. In that employee table, definitely the employee will not be having a 2 identity number, right? There will be only one number, like our roll number in school. So it will be only one value. So each and every cell of the relation contains exactly one value, will not be having more than one. And the next property is each attribute has distinct name. Attribute means it is a column header. That column header also will be different, okay? For example, in the table, if you having employee details, this will be the employee number, this will be employee name, address and date of birth. This table will not be having employee number twice. It will be only one, okay? So that attributes has distinct name, okay? The name will be different. Here we have seen no employee number, employee name, date of birth, address. Each and every attributes are different, so it will not be same. So each attribute has a different names, and each tuple is distinct. Entire row, that also will be the distinct, will be unique. There are no duplicate tuples, okay? For example, if the employee number that we have seen, no, if the data is if the employee number is 1 and the name is XY and the address is 2 and the date of birth is 3, means they can have the second number and the name will be the same, or okay, let's take AB, okay? So the employee address will be 4 and the date of birth will be the same. This can be possible, this is possible, okay? But the entire row will not be the same, okay? Entire row will not be the same, but any 1 or 2 values can be same. Now can you understand? This will be possible, this will be possible, but both entire row, if it is repeating again, that will not be possible. So each tuple is distinct. A tuple in the sense it is an entire row, not a single domain. The entire row, okay? And the next property is the order of attribute has no significance, okay? The order of attribute has no significance, as well as the order of tuples also has no significance. There will be no significance in the order of attribute as well as the order of tuples, okay? So in this video we have seen about the relational data model and the basic database, how it will be stored and how the end user or programmer will access those data present in the database, and some basic terms which are used in the database management system, as well as the properties of database management system. So I hope you all understand the concept clearly. If you have any doubts, kindly go through the videos again and again, and you will be getting a clear knowledge on this. Thanks for watching. Thank you.